Hi, did you know that according to a research by Buffer conducted after COVID started, 99% of people would like to remain working remotely for at least a few days a week? My name is Jonathan Seroussi. I'm the Director of Engineering and Site Lead for Dropbox Israel. Today, I'd like to talk to you about a big shift that's happening in the way we work. It's happening as we speak, the move to distributed work. I'll also discuss how Dropbox can make a big difference in the way you work, even given these very challenging changes. Now, many of you know Dropbox. You might even already have your files, photos, or documents living in Dropbox. What you might not know is that Dropbox is a content collaboration platform. We provide tools that help teams prioritize, get organized, and keep work moving safely. My team is focused on Dropbox Business, where we're developing the solutions and features to support people at work. With Dropbox, you can work on any content of any type with your team members, while all of your comments, changes, and communication related to a particular workflow all remain within one place, always accessible for you from any device and essentially anywhere. So let's get started. I want to cover three things with you. First, the importance of the cloud as a central place to work out of in this new world. Second, why we think and what we're hearing from customers, the flexibility is key to making the distributed work model work. And we'll wrap up with an example of e-signature to showcase how all of these come together very nicely. So before we move on, just a bit of context. We cannot do this without addressing the COVID-19 pandemic, which has impacted the entire world, and the world of business is no exception. Digital transformation, which was already on the rise, this year it's just getting accelerated tremendously. The process has just catapulted itself, and we're seeing the implications of it all over the place. How so? How much of a transformation is this? Well, 88% of business organizations all over the world have either mandated or encouraged their employees to go to work from home, to work remotely. Upwork study revealed that 73% will have remote workers by 2028. It does seem like pretty far out, but believe me, it'll be faster than we anticipate. The bottom line is that distributed work is here to stay. This is something that we need to acknowledge, and we need to prepare ourselves. And it also has great benefits. Distributed work will not only bring flexibility to the working lives of individuals who already report the same or higher levels of productivity while working remotely, but it will also help companies be more agile. Companies will be able to recruit based on competency alone. The best candidate for the job without the constraint of needing the person to be in a particular location or appear in the office every day from morning till the afternoon. In these much unprecedented times and the shifting in the workplace with the acceleration of the digital transformation, the move towards a more distributed workplace, tech is playing a big role in these changes, even more so than in the past. We have made some quick fixes to enable remote work, like changing VPN structures, putting video conferencing in place, and making inbox capacities a bit higher. But these are more short-term changes. What a lot of people are thinking about is what are the long-term things that we need to adopt, that we need to do as companies in order to ensure success in this model in the long term. And now more than ever, the cloud is key in enabling us to work in this distributed model. And in order to adopt the cloud, we need to replace on-premises file servers. This is obviously key and super important. There are, on average, 347 terabytes of data, according to our IDC, on average on every enterprise. This is huge and obviously very important. And that data is rarely ever in one place. Or in a single format, definitely not on a single server. So it's not surprising that poor data management costs enterprise businesses an estimate of $1.3 billion per year for each one of these companies. A concrete example of how things can work better is Clear Channel, an international branding and advertising firm who's been a customer of Dropbox since early 2017. For them, the primary business drive to move to the cloud with Dropbox was a suite of 63 failing on-premises servers, an increase in downtime, regular outages, and the need to enhance collaboration in a secure manner. For Clear Channel, migrating to the cloud with Dropbox meant saving $300,000 per year and enabling a collaborative solution already used by their employees while keeping their company safe and secure by being able to manage it. Moving your data to the cloud can reduce IT spend. It can help you shift costs toward cultural shifts that we need to do in the organization in order to become more flexible. And flexibility is key. There are over 500,000 professional teams using Dropbox. As an R&D leader here in Israel, I get to speak to a lot of them all the time. And all of these customers are telling us that in this new paradigm, enabling collaboration as well as flexibility and choice for their employees will be key to future success. And flexibility can be found in three main factors: place, time, and tools. Starting with place, in distributed workforces, people are working either from home or really just from anywhere over the world. And they're building their own workspace around them, rather than having one imposed on them by their companies. Now, the collaboration is, of course, key in this environment for distributed teams. People need to communicate, coordinate projects, exchange ideas, and quite simply just work together, despite the fact that they're not physically in one space. They also pick and choose whether to work together in real time or asynchronously. This is why Dropbox comments, versions, and changes are always up to date. Whether you're ready to work, when you're ready to work with your team members, you can see their progress. We also offer choices of many collaboration tools such as Dropbox Paper, Zoom, or Slack. It's all about tool selection here for what people want to use when they want to collaborate. A great customer example of time and place flexibility is Lonely Planet. By definition, employees at Lonely Planet work from all of the four corners of the world, sometimes very remote places where little 4G connectivity is even available. With hundreds of content creators covering 350,000 travel destinations, Lonely Planet might even have the ultimate remote team. It's quite fascinating. And if you're going to think about it, we all know Lonely Planet, and the connection of it being all over the world is pretty clear. They use Dropbox to bring together field research, photos, and drafts, and prepare them for publishing across the company's various platforms. And they also use Dropbox Paper for real-time collaboration and project management. Now, the third factor is tools. People are also choosing their preferred collaboration and workplace tools. They need to be interoperable and easily work with the software of their peers. When choosing tools nowadays, interoperability is no longer a choice. It's essentially mandatory. And here at Dropbox, we work to enable individual knowledge workers with that flexibility. We're working to allow choice of tools and the best suite and the task for the task that they want to get accomplished. They're essentially enabling them to do the best that they can do at work by picking what they want to work with. Whether they're designers, producers, financial directors, HR professionals, it really doesn't matter. It's all about them and the tool of their choice. We're constantly expanding our open ecosystem, including hundreds of partners like G Suite, Microsoft Office, Adobe, and many others, regardless of the industry or field of expertise. You can get access to the preferred tools that you'd like. Take the Dow Jones, for example. As a Dropbox customer, they have an integration with Okta, Salesforce, Adobe, and Microsoft, and Dropbox helps bridge all of these gaps so that they can get a simple, more connected way of working, which is especially important considering how their data from their 4,000 plus users is spread across different domains and expertise. Now, let's bring it all together. E-signatures is a great example of working in the cloud and enabling that full flexibility that we're talking about. Since the outset of the crisis this year, HelloSign, a Dropbox company, has witnessed a significant uptick, and the usage of HelloSign has grew tremendously by 300%. E-signatures is essentially speed to revenue. It speeds up document turnaround time by 80%. It shortens sales cycles by up to 10 days, and it saves around 700 annual hours of work. That's tremendous. It also straightforwardly helps make deals happen. Right now, on average, 15% of documents never get signed. E-signatures improve completion by 26%. And this is why we made HelloSign be integrated into Dropbox so that you can get documents signed as soon as your team finishes collaborating on it. So you see how the integration, the focus on a remote workflow gets very efficient that way. Now, I've shared with you a bit about the value of cloud technology for business continuity today, as well as the unique ecosystem and collaborative capabilities of Dropbox Business, and why e-signature is critical for completing that digital transformation and making that workflow really tick. And we at Dropbox, we try to practice what we preach. You may have heard that we announced recently that we're going virtual first. This means that remote work away from an office will be the primary experience for our employees. But the human connection and maintaining company culture is also very important to us. And while we won't have an office, we will have what we call a Dropbox studio, which is a place that we can meet face to face and collaborate. We believe that this gives us the best of both worlds. Flexibility, a level playing field for our employees, and also quality FaceTime, face-to-face time, where we can get together, socialize with one another, and maintain our company culture. And this will help us make the technology that we're building and the products that we're building for this brave new world become even better. Now, obviously, each company is facing the changes to the work environment from a unique perspective, and each company needs to take its own measures and steps. And yet there are some truths that hold true for all. The people that make up any workforce need flexibility, time to focus on the work that matters, and be equipped with the right tools to get the work done. If we empower people this way, we believe that we're setting companies up for success. Thank you so much.